Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. Today is Wednesday, the 18th day of August. Today, National Fajita Day.
Okay.
Or as I've heard it also
Fajitas.
Fajita. Yeah, that's wrong, though. It's fajita. National Mail Order Catalog Day. I haven't seen one of those in forever. What was your favorite mail order catalog? Do you still see them?
J.C. Penney catalog.
Yeah,
and
that was pretty good.
You don't
Sears
see it.
was my favorite. When I was a kid, used to get that Sears catalog. Thing was like 4 inches thick.
Same thing with the J.C. Penney catalog. They
maybe
were the same.
not. Maybe it was 2 inches thick. I don't know. But
They
it
were
was
huge,
thick.
and you would circle all the stuff you wanted for Christmas.
As a kid, you'd
It
get
was
it
the
like this
best
time of
day
year,
ever.
and you'd start circling stuff.
Yep.
You'd be all ready for
and you
Christmas.
wouldn't get any of it.
Yeah, and then Christmas would come, and you're like, where's all this stuff that I want? National Ice Cream Pie Day today. Oh, that stuff is good. And National Pinot Noir Day. So it's
I
for
love
people who
that
like that.
stuff.
And I'm super excited. I'm going to be visiting with Goofy today. And Pluto. And he's also the voice of many other characters. Disney legend Bill Farmer on the program.
Really? That's
and,
cool.
Harvey is fairly new with Disney. The two of them are in the new Micky Mouse Funhouse, which premieres this Friday.
Okay.
Going to chat all about it coming up.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new material could make seawater drinkable within minutes and could even solve the world's freshwater shortages.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they found new technology, removing salt from seawater, designed to last more than 14 times longer before it needs to be replaced than similar technology that we're using now.
That's fantastic.
So that is very cool. Also, a new study claims apes judge each other by their politeness.
Okay.
Yeah, so some apes don't like other apes because they're acting like apes.
They're rude.
Yeah, what a bunch of rude apes. So apparently, I don't know what it would be to be polite as an ape. What would that be like, to hold the door for somebody?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But a new study claims apes judge one another by their politeness. So
I think that's really nice.
people do the same thing, by the way. So be nice to one another, and then you won't act like a bunch of apes. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. A veteran Florida middle school teacher charged with drug trafficking when deputies found multiple grams of fentanyl and methamphetamines and heroin in his RV. Scott Brake, 52-year-old math teacher, busted after 2 search warrants were executed at his home and his adjoining RV, revealed a host of life-threatening drugs and related paraphernalia. First found a glass pipe in his pocket, tested that for meth before searching the RV, discovering 2 eyeglass cases. 3 clear plastic baggies inside these cases had substances that later turned out to be meth, heroin, and fentanyl. He had 1.5 grams of meth, 2.3 grams of heroin, and 4.1 grams of fentanyl stashed away with a digital scale as well. There's also
disappointing.
an assortment of firearms, prescription pill bottles prescribed to Brake, and a variety of drug paraphernalia present.
Jeez.
So, yeah, $41,000 bond. He gets to go to jail for a while. He's been a school teacher at that district since 2001. So that's too bad.
That's alarming if you have children in that school district, isn't it?
That's not good. He was a math teacher. So here's the math problem. If a math teacher has a RV filled with drugs.
Exactly. How long will he go to prison?
And the answer is a long, long time.
Yeah.
That's what happens when your brain is on drugs. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com. South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone have officially purchased the Casa Bonita restaurant in Colorado. It was made famous by their TV show South Park.
Oh,
and
that's fun.
I guess the restaurant was struggling. During COVID last year, they really didn't do well, and they were struggling to get back on their feet. So these guys were like, you know what? Let's just buy it.
That's pretty cool.
I think that is very cool. And now not one but two stories about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. They're continuing their very public love tour. They were photographed
love tour?
grabbing a bite together with the singer's 13-year-old daughter, Emmy.
Okay.
And J-Lo has further cemented her rekindled relationship with Ben Affleck by deleting every trace of her most recent ex, Alex Rodriguez, from her Instagram. So there you go. These are the stories.
My, how quickly people fall in and out of love. Isn't
These
that
are the
nuts?
stories that fuel our day. So for those of you who want to keep up with me, I'm Instagramming about this all day long today. Just kidding. I don't even know. Is that what they call it? Is it Instagramming?
I have no idea.
Is that a verb?
It didn't sound very
I don't know.
cool. I know that.
I don't even know how to do it. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of PureCanaCompany.com. Promo code radio. A woman in China demanded compensation from a restaurant when her daughter accidentally ate half a worm in her meal.
Ew.
To prove the worm was harmless, the manager picked up the rest of it, threw it in his mouth, and ate it.
Ew.
I think he was trying to get rid of the evidence, is what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross. That was in China. And next story, also in China, a couple of amateur gardeners decided the best way to quickly grow their plants and flowers was to steal them. The suspects were stealing potted plants from restaurants and community buildings. In total, they stole over 100 potted plants and flowers before being caught. So, want to throw that out there. Do not steal
That's
potted
not
plants
nice.
or planted plants or plants that are just hanging there. I mean, just leave them alone. A new report, this is really interesting. I never thought of this, but a new report reveals models recently have been paying to be on the cover of some of the magazines that they're on.
Oh.
So
I guess I've never thought about that
Yeah, me
before, but
neither.
I guess that makes sense.
So
that you could
Maxim
do
and
that.
Playboy are two of the magazines that have been caught taking cash from somebody to be, whether it's an agent or a whoever, a person to be put on the cover.
Why would it matter?
It helps their career.
I mean, why would it matter if
Well,
they're paying
because
for
that's
it?
just not how it's been in the past. And I don't know that it matters. I think they're basically going, okay, that's fine. If it's for sale, then let people know it's for sale.
Yeah.
Just let them know that that's nothing more than an ad. So
Right.
I think that's the issue. The first live Asian giant hornet of 2021 spotted in Washington State. So there's some people that got footage of that. You can see it in the show notes for today. And one last story we got right here. A dangerous Chinese fugitive tried to cross illegally over the border with a passport belonging to another person. To complete his disguise, he had asked a local surgeon to glue fake ears on him. Unfortunately, the fake ears came unstuck as he was trying to cross the border, and that's how they caught him. His ears were peeling off.
Oh.
So, yeah, that probably didn't look very real. It's a very bizarre story. It is your scoop of the day. Comes your way courtesy of PureCanaCompany.com. Promo code radio.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. Super excited to visit with not one, but two awesome guys. We've got on the line with me right now, Harvey Gullion, and we also have Bill Farmer. And this Friday, Disney Junior and the Disney Channel is kicking off a brand new Micky Mouse Funhouse. Let's start with Bill. Bill, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, and so am I.
I was going to say, you were the
Joined
voice
with me, and
of Pluto and Goofy. How long have you been doing that? It's a while, isn't it?
Yeah, let me see. My first job was January 23rd, 1987. And I've been doing Goofy and Pluto since then.
And it's got to be kind of a fun thing when you're talking to somebody. I suppose if telemarketers call, you could just answer as Goofy, and they wrap things up pretty quickly, wouldn't they?
The worst. Well, I don't need to refi. You can say that, and they don't know what.
And Harvey is on the line as well. Harvey, you get to be the voice of Funny, the Funhouse, and this is a new character, right?
That's right. Funny is the enchanted house that takes all the iconic, fantastic group of friends that we've already come to love, and I've been so obsessed with them for years. I grew up with them. It's so nostalgic for me, and for me to join them as their new addition as a friend is just the cherry on top. It's just a dream come true. So he takes them on adventures and encourages you to use your imagination, and at the end of the day, that's really what the message is, that your imagination can take you anywhere without ever leaving your home. So turn your home into a spaceship or a pirate ship or a castle. The sky's the limit.
And you're new at this, but you're not new in the voiceover world, right?
Well, I'm fairly new to the voiceover. I think I've been acting for a bit now, but voiceover is actually really hard to get into, I have to say. We were just talking about this earlier with Bill, that you really have to be a great actor to be a voiceover actor, because you have to be able to convey everything just with your voice. You don't have your facial expressions, your mannerisms, your body as your vessel to show in front of the camera. It really just relies on your voice to take you on a whole journey and an arc of a character. So it is really hard to get into, and I officially didn't get into voiceover until Disney gave me the opportunity shortly before I landed this role. And I still have to audition for it. So it's like you go against thousands and thousands of voiceover actors. Yeah. And then here I am. I was lucky enough to land the role.
So this Friday is the big day. Can you give us a sneak preview of what Funny will sound like?
Sure. Funny's a little more higher register than I am. So he's really like, "Hiya, Goofy. Hiya, Mickey."
Nice. Now,
howdy, Funny. How are you doing? You could do a whole
You guys could kind of entertain yourselves for hours, couldn't you? I think that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yes.
Now, back to Bill. In addition to Goofy and Pluto, voices that we know that have been around for a long, long time, since 1987, you've been their voice. I'm looking on the list here. Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Cars, Monsters, Inc., Space Jam, The Lorax. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. People have heard you bring characters to life, and some of their favorite characters for a long, long time. That's got to be a really cool feeling to be able to watch those amazing movies and say, I was a part of this.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. A lot of times when you watch yourself on television or hear yourself on television, you might be critiquing, oh, they took that take, oh, I could have done that better, but after a while you just kind of sit back and you can enjoy the character for what it is. And especially with Goofy, I've done it for so long, I can just enjoy him for him. But yeah, it's kind of fun to do those voices that I grew up with and admired, and occasionally you get to meet some legends like in the early days, Mel Blanc and Oz Butler and several other people that were like icons at that time. And to get to work with new talent like Harvey and everybody else on the show, it's a great career, and it's a lot of fun. It's hard work, and it's very competitive, but it's a lot of fun when you get those auditions and you get to do a character and create a character. And I've been very fortunate and very lucky.
Well, thank you, Bill. Thank you, Harvey. We appreciate you taking the time to chat.
Thank you so much for having us.
I hope you enjoy the show.
Absolutely. It's coming out this Friday, Micky Mouse Funhouse. It's on both Disney Channel and on Disney Junior. I'm going to throw a link to that to make it easy to find. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Peas are not a vegetable.
Really?
Peas are a fruit.
Really?
Yeah. Because officially it's based on where the seeds are, so that makes peas a fruit.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree.
Tomatoes are also a fruit.
Yeah.
And I think strawberries are not a fruit. Is that right?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I remember reading a whole article about this one time. But yeah, peas are a fruit. So there you go. When mom says, hey, finish your vegetables, you can say, I did finish my vegetables. And she'll go, what about those peas? Well, mom, these are a fruit. So I'll be going to bed now. Something like that. All right. That is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. I got two stories here. According to a report, Dateline United Kingdom. According to a new report, UK heir apparent Prince Charles believes sexual assault allegations against Prince Andrew are now unsolvable problem that will forever bar his brother from returning to public life. He's 61, Prince Andrew, booted from royal duties in November of 2019 after his disastrous attempt to try to justify his relationship with Epstein. And that did not go well.
No.
So he's been booted from the family. Now, the next story, Queen Elizabeth is footing the legal bills for Prince Andrew as palace aides express doubts about the royal's account of his dealings with Virginia G. She's suing him in Manhattan federal court for alleged sexual assault. According to the report in Times of London, lawyers for Prince are desperate to not have him go to trial in the U.S. So, a lot of stuff going on there. That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Florida man spent several days trying to fish out a spiny-tailed iguana that he found in his toilet. He was in the bathroom brushing his teeth back in July, and he noticed there was this thing in his toilet.
Okay.
And he tried to get the thing out, and he was pulling on the tail, and it kept climbing back down in the hole.
Ew.
3 days later, he had nearly caught it. He said, I was able to grab him by his back legs and pull him out, but he was just really not wanting to come out. That's when they finally decided, okay, we're going to get some help. Called in the experts to remove this reptile, and trapper Harold Rondig, Iguana Lifestyles, placed a stick into the toilet, was later able to grab the creature and remove it. It crawled into the stick, and the lizard crawled then into the toilet through the sewage vent, is what they said. That's how he got in there. And they put a metal mesh over the top and said that shouldn't happen anymore.
Huh.
So that is just really weird.
I don't know how I would react if I was getting ready to use the restroom and there was an iguana in my toilet.
I'm pretty sure I'd be packing stuff up. We'd be moving. So.
Most likely, yeah. That wouldn't end well.
Yeah, I got that one out, but how do I know he was not alone?
Exactly.
So, all right, that is today's weird news, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by BetterResultsAdvertising.com. A Yukon man is facing 90 years in prison after being linked to 67 alleged storage unit break-ins around the Yukon area. 36-year-old Joseph Tucker hit two companies in Yukon June 19th and July 6th. Court documents say he ripped the unit doors off their tracks, causing about $2,000 in damage for each one. However, that was just two places. They said it really shook me up and made me feel angry that someone would do that to us, one of the owners of the storage unit said. 10 units were broken into there. And a third location, they said, it just feels like you're violated when people go in there and take your stuff. Being charged and prosecuted for break-ins at 10 units. However, now he's linked to 67 more. He's facing 10 counts of second-degree burglary, 10 counts of malicious injury to property, plus charges that may come from the other 67 break-ins as well. So Bad
Just,
idea.
of all the things to steal, why break into a storage unit? I mean, usually those are filled with just people's junk that they don't have room for at their house.
I don't know. It's a bad idea. It's today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
It's time to redeem yourself, by the way.
Okay.
You were on a roll. You were doing so well. Then I feel bad because
Jinxed me?
kind of jinxed. I didn't mean to, but I kind of maybe jinxed you a little bit. All right, let's try this one. Sundown Ranch, Yakima, Washington. Sundown Ranch. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
That's a rehab center.
And the answer is Rehab Center.
That was kind of an easy one.
Well, there
You
could
wouldn't
be
call a golf course a ranch.
Why wouldn't you? What if it was on a ranch?
Why would the golf course be on a ranch?
What if that's where they wanted to golf? I don't know. I just think that it's really nice that you got one right. And
thank
some may
you.
say I tossed you a pretty underhanded one, but I just felt so bad when you got it wrong yesterday.
Yeah, thank
she
you.
wept for hours, folks.
I did. It was
bad.
awful.
That is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Video shows Polish firefighters arriving in Greece to help fight wildfires. Hundreds of firefighters arrived in Greece as the country continues to battle wildfires. The Polish firefighters traveled 1,200 miles. They drove through 5 countries to help tackle some of the worst blazes Greece has ever seen. According to the Brigadier General, I don't know if that's a Brigadier, Michael Langner, the unit's commander. There we go, not general, the commander. The Polish firefighters will operate alongside Greek counterparts and possibly other international units in a bid to control these fires. There's a video on this page that's kind of hard for me to show you that, but you can see their units pulling in, and it's pretty impressive. Greek Prime Minister said the country was facing a natural disaster of unprecedented proportions, and they are extremely grateful to Polish firefighters for coming to help. How cool is that? Mm-hmm. Think about that. When there's firefighters that usually they're right in their town taking care of the buildings and the structures and the things in their area. These guys drove through 5 countries, 1,200 miles to go help a neighbor in need. That is really, really cool.
That is pretty cool.
I do have a link to the story. It is in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.